Iha Madayaswa. Iha Madayaswa. Atharva 18:159. Atharva 18:159. Iha Madayaswa. Atharva 18:159. In general, we have got two schools of thought. One is, okay, they worry about only the mundane world here. They are not aware of or they are not interested in the spiritual pursuit or spiritual life or anything. They say this life is short, make it sweet. Enjoy it. That's all their philosophy. How you enjoy it? Anyhow, it doesn't matter. The means is not to be considered. You want to enjoy it. That's all. No rules, no regulations, no bindings, nothing. So this, generally we call it as Charvaka Siddhanta. Charvak. Charu is fine. Vak is talk. He talks so fine. So it is Charvak. He talks so fine that he is going to attract anyone very easily. And what is his philosophy? He simply says, Runam krutva ghritam pibet. You want to eat ghee? Okay, eat it. How? If you have money, fine. If you don't have, take loan and eat it. Okay, it's fine taking a loan. But how to clear it? He says, don't worry about it. Basmi bhutasya dehasya punaragaman kritaha. Once this body is gone, all your debts are gone. Who can catch you? Take as much debt as you can. Enjoy. Be happy. That's all his philosophy. Don't worry about repaying it. Because about repayment, it's not you who has to worry, it's the person who has given you loan. He has to worry, when I will get back my money, when I will get back money, how I will collect it, how I going to get it back. That's his worry. Why do you worry? You take loan and enjoy. Be happy. This is one school of thought. So they are all worried about this mundane life and how they have to enjoy this life. Right or wrong, that's immaterial. Right or wrong, good or bad, nothing. Enjoy it. Be happy. This is one philosophy. So this we call it as Bhogavada. That's a technical term. Bhogavada. Vada is philosophy, school of thought. Bhoga is just enjoy. Enjoyment is our goal. That's all. You want to drink, drink. You want to smoke, you smoke. You want to do this, you want to do that, do that. Don't worry. Don't worry about the consequences. Because after all, this life is temporary. You may live for 50, 60, 70 years. At most 100 years. That's all. So why do you worry about following these rules, that rules, being pious, being noble, doing good deeds? Don't worry about all those things. If you want to do it, if not, whatever you want to do it and enjoy. Make merry. That's all. So this is one philosophy. So these people, they are into Bhogavada. But Vedas do not approve this. Bhogavada, Bhoga, it's not against Bhoga. Veda is, of course, says enjoy life. This one is there. Iha Madayaswa. Here you enjoy. Mada Madi Harshe. That's the root. Madayaswa. Madi Harshe. Enjoy. It's not opposite to it. But what Veda says, don't get yourself lost in that. Don't get lost. Of course, you enjoy. Fine. You create your own comfort zone. Excellent. I'm not against it, but don't get lost in that. Why? It says there is another one that is called as Para. Iha is this materialistic world. Para is spiritual world. Para is better than. Para is better. Better than this material world. That we have got as Para. Don't forget that goal, Para. So it speaks about the spiritual dimension. And in the spiritual dimension, ultimately you are able to enjoy or experience only when your soul is at a certain level, with certain quality, with purity and strength. Otherwise, you are not able to enjoy. The enjoyment is not at the physical level. The Sharira Indriya Manas is only a tool. The tool is not the enjoyer. The enjoyer is the soul, the consciousness inside. That enjoys. So you keep track of it and enjoy through the Sharira Indriya Manas and also directly without the intervention of Sharira Indriya Manas. That is spiritual happiness, that is bliss, that is peace, which you can experience straight without the intervention of Sharira Indriya Manas. So there are two types. One is through, dependent on Sharira Indriya Manas. Another one is para, a better one, where you are enjoying without the intervention of these things. So keep track of these two things. We are not against material happiness. You are not against material comforts. But these material comforts, you don't get lost in that or spend through all your life only in gaining that. Because you got one more dimension, that is the spiritual one, which is special and unique for human beings. It's not there for any other creature on this planet. So Iha is there, Para is there. Both you have to keep in view. Ubhayatra te artham. This another Veda mantra we have discussed already. Ubhayatra te artham. Artha is goal. Your goal is two. One is the material thing or the mundane thing. Other one is the spiritual one. Both you must keep track of. And of course, in these two, the spiritual dimension is superior to the material thing. If there is some shortage, if there is something missing in the material thing, not much damage is done. But if you miss something in the spiritual world, yes, you have lost much. So between the two, that is better. So keep track of it. But even the physical or material thing also is not to be lost sight of. That is okay. But this is okay only when you are concentrating on the means how you get it. Means is also very important. It's not just enjoying, but the way how you enjoy, the way how you get things is also important. So Iha, Para, it speaks of two things. Iha is here, the material thing, the mundane affairs, and Para is better than that. That's the spiritual one. If you're spiritually strong, even if you're starving here, you don't mind it. Even if you have difficulties, you don't mind it. You are able to cross over those difficulties. But if you are not spiritually strong, even with all the material comforts, you feel that you have missed something and you cannot be peaceful and you cannot be happy. That's the problem. So between the material and the spiritual, spiritual is superior and material is inferior. But that means material things should not be done. It's not like that. You can gain material wealth, you can live with material things because that's necessary for Sharira Indriya Manas, but very important, don't get lost in it. Enjoy it, but don't get lost. So Iha Mada Yaswa, that is here you enjoy, no problem, but don't get lost. Don't get lost is not in this piece of Veda mantra. It's elsewhere. So we have to take that and complementarily we have to understand both. Elsewhere it says, I got two goals, Ubhayatra te artham. One is material thing, and another is the spiritual. The material thing, you enjoy. Iha Mada Yaswa, Madhi Harshe. Be happy. But to make yourself happy, follow the right truth, that will take care of the better one. There's a spiritual strength and spiritual purity is taken care of with that. Iha Mada Yaswa. It's a balancing point. Iha Mada Yaswa and Ubhayatra te artham both put together will give us a balance. You are not 100% materialistic. You are not 100% spiritual. There's a balance between the two. But between the two, please note that these mundane things, they are inferior and the spiritual things are superior. Iha Mada Yaswa. Next.
ಅಮೃತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನೀನ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನಾ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ.
ರಾಜ್ಞೆ ಹವಿರ್ಜುಹೋತನ. ರಾಜ್ಞೆ ಹವಿರ್ಜುಹೋತನ. ಅಥರ್ವ 18:2-3. 18:2-3. ರಾಜ್ಞೆ ಹವಿರ್ಜುಹೋತನ. Havihi and Juhotana both come from the same root. Hu dana adanayoho adanecha. Hu dana adana adana. To give, to take, and to consume. Dana adana adana. Dana is to give, adana is to consume, and adana is to take. Rajne, the direct meaning is king. Raja, the one which shines. That's the one. Now this Rajnaha, in the present day, it is nothing but our leaders who lead the society or in the helm of affairs. They are Rajnaha. The government, the ruling people, they're all coming under Rajnaha. Now, for the Rajnaha, now this is what I'm telling at the Adi Daivika level. Adi Daivika level. So we have got our leaders, we have got our government, we have got our rulers. You call them by any name. Earlier name it was Raja, now it may be President, arrange such thing, the dictator, the king, the prince, the queen, whatever it may be. They are at the helm of affairs and they are responsible for the looking after of the welfare of their subjects. They, for their sake, give and take. Havir Juhodana. So how do we give it? In the present day terminology, it's very simple. It's the taxes that we have to pay. You pay your taxes, be happy. And it's the duty of the leaders to collect tax, of the government to collect tax, and see that it is used for the good of all. That's their duty. Of course, we have to do social work also. We have to pull back out of our earnings, a part of it for the society. But whatever we do, it will be very nominal, very minimum. So if you give it to the government in the form of tax and other duties, a huge sum will be collected and that can be used by the government for the sake of, for the welfare of the citizens. That's the arrangement. You pay for the government and government will pay it back to you in the form of common conveniences, common facilities. And those common facilities, I cannot claim it is mine. But if I donate and do it, I say it is mine. It is I who has done it. But it is through the government, it is general. Nobody can claim ownership on it. It's a common property. It's a common facility for all. So give and take for the sake of the society through the government, through the ruling body, through the governing body. Rajne Havir Juhodana. Now, if you go to the spiritual level, Adhyatmika, do it as though you are doing it for that Satyananda, on behalf of Satyananda. So you don't claim your ownership, you don't claim your name in that. It's the instruction given by Satyananda to give and take in a bigger perspective. Give it and take it over. It is your role as a citizen of the society, as a citizen of the world. And do that in accordance with the guidance given by the Satyananda. You give, you take, you consume, give, take, consume. All, you do it. And be clear that you are doing this as per the instructions of Satyananda, and it is not you are doing. You are only instrumental in doing it. At instrumental, it is called as nimitta. That's the word what they use, nimitta. The same guidance is given by Krishna to Arjuna in Gita. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Must have heard about it. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. You are really instrumental. You are not the one who is actually doing it. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Be instrumental. Do it. Do it as your duty. Don't get attached to it. Vedas also said, Kurvanneveha karmani. And finally it says, Na karma lipyate nare. You don't get attached, don't get hooked. You are doing it. Yes, this is my role. This is my duty. I have to do it. I am doing it. That's all. No attachment, no hook, no strings. So if you are like that, yes, you are in the world, and at the same time you are not in the world. You are very much doing your duties, you are very much discharging your responsibilities, but you are not attached to it. That's a beautiful way of leading life. You are in it, at the same time you are not in it. It is detachment in attachment, or converse is also true. It's attachment in detachment, whatever you say. Now this stance what to take, this stand what to take is really very comfortable, because we in this world, we are temporary. We are not permanent here. If we bind ourselves to this world too much, we are into problem, because one day we have to leave it. We have to throw it out and get out. So when we are very clear that one day we are going to quit, one day all these relationships come to an end, it's better to have the relationships as minimum as possible, as loosely as possible. Because at the time of quitting, it will be easy to get out. But if we bind ourselves hardly, even then we have to quit it, even then we have to leave them and go, but the pain will be too much. The pain of departing will be too much, because we have bound ourselves so hard and fast to all these things, to this present world, to these relationships. So don't do it. Don't do it. Do it in the name of God, and don't attach yourself, and do it as your duty. Kurvanneveha karmani. Then what will happen? You are not attached to it. You are free. Though you are in it, you are not attached to it. Another example they give, not in the Vedas, elsewhere they say, Padma patram ivambhasa. Padma patram ivambhasa. It is like a droplet on the leaf of the lotus. Lotus leaf is there. Upon it, there is the droplet of water. Fine. But is it attached to it? No. It moves on it without any attachment. Because there is a layer of lubrication on the leaf of the lotus. Water doesn't stick there, but it's very much there in it. It is there, but doesn't get stuck to it. It moves like a pearl on it. Padma patramiva ambhasi. Ambha is water. As a droplet is on the leaf of the lotus, you lead your life. You are there. At the same time, you are not attached or hooked to it. You are free. You are very much there. You are in it, but you are not bound. That bandhana is not there. And bandhana is not recommended, because one day it will go. One day it will cease. If you are in bandhana, if you are bound, then one day when you have to leave it, it will be very painful. But if that binding is too minimum, it's very easy to quit. Even death becomes a celebration. It will not be a pain. To say is very easy, but to understand it and to practice it in life, okay, we have to think about it again and again and again. Pay your taxes, pay your contribution to the society, directly as well as indirectly. And you understand that you are only instrumental and you are performing your duty without any expectation. Just because I do things without expectation, it doesn't mean that I don't get it. I get my fruits. It's assured. Why should I worry about it? That's the point. Even if you don't expect it. Once you do it, yes, you are bound to get it. No problem at all. You are going to get it, whether you expect or not. But if you are in a state of not expecting it, whatever you get, you'll be doubly happy because it came to you without expectation. But if you expect, you are into problem because you may get as expected or not. It may be more or less. If it's more, it is fine. If it is less, you start worrying. Oh, I expected so much, I got less. So we are creating our own problems. You just enjoy your work. Say, I'm doing it as my duty. Whatever you get, you'll be happy. Because you never expected. You expected 0. Even if it is 1, you are happy. Even if it is 100, you are happy. That's when you don't expect. But if you expect, there's all the possibility that you may be disappointed. So we are creating our own condition of disappointment. Don't do it. And don't get attached or hooked to this present life. You perform it as your duty. Yes, I'm here. Relationships are there. And these things will come to an end. If not today, tomorrow. I have to quit one day. So I am with them as long as I am going to perform my duties. Over. You are very clear. And your condition is unattached. So all this is guided in this one. As it says, Rajne Havir Juhotana. At 2 levels you are understanding. One is at the level of citizenship. Other one at the level of a human being. A human being who is performing his duties in accordance with the guidance given by the Satchidananda. Rajne Havir Juhotana. Ashwavatim Pratara. Ashwavatim Pratara. Atharva 18 to 31. 18 to 31. Ashwavatim Pratara. This point I have been telling again and again. There's a lot of difference between the colloquial Sanskrit and Vedic language. We have been discussing several times. This is one example for that, an additional example. Ashwa. So immediately when we listen to the word Ashwa, the horse comes to our mind. That's fine, that's fine. But that is because of the influence of the colloquial Sanskrit language. But in Vedic language, if Ashwa is there, along with horse, so many other things also has to come to our mind. Ashwabhakshane is a root. Whatever that consumes, whatever that grasps, is all Ashwa. It need not be horse. Horse too is called as Ashwa because it consumes the path. Adhvanam ashnati iti ashwaha. That's the explanation given in Nirukta by Yaskacharya. Adhvanam means the path. Because the horse trods and consumes the path, it is called as Ashwa. It takes into its whole path. It crosses the path. So it's called as Ashwa. Not only that, all our sense organs too, Sharindra Manas is also called Ashwa because they also take, consume, grasp. Eyes grasp light and shape. Ears grasp sound. Our nose grasps the fragrance and the smell. The tongue grasps taste. The skin grasps the touch. So all the sense organs too are called as Ashwa. The sun rays, which grasps the water in the form of vapors and creates clouds. Those sun rays are also called as Ashwa because it grasps. So wherever that grasping, wherever that consuming, wherever the taking is there, all that is called as Ashwa. Ashubhakshana is the root. It need not be only horse. It could be other than horse also. For example, the sense organs and the sun rays. They are also called as Ashwa. Here in Vedic language, we always understand a word going by its root. So whatever is the meaning of the root, that should get reflected in the word that is finally derived. That's the style here in the Vedic language, which is not so strictly followed in colloquial Sanskrit. In colloquial Sanskrit, we have got so many words which don't have any such relatable dhatus. We cannot relate them to dhatus. It's there because of convention. The force of convention has created so many words in colloquial Sanskrit, but it is not so in the Vedic language. It's not by convention. It is based on scientific, logical derivation, and the whole derivation starts from the dhatu. Ashwavatim pratara. This whole life, what is there is like a sea, a ocean, a lake, whatever you call it. Many times they use the word Bhava Sagara. Bhava Sagara is this mundane world. We are in it. We are in it. Now this Bhava Sagara, or this ocean of the life, we have to cross over. That is Tara. Through Tarana Samplavanayoho. To swim and wade. We have to swim and wade through this ocean of life. This river of life, this lake of life, whatever you call it. And this cannot happen automatically. This word automatically I have been using several times and several junctures. It will not happen automatically. We have to deliberately work for it. Then it will happen. Without our effort, without our participation, it will not happen automatically on its own. How do we participate? Yes, we have got our tools. Sharira Manas. That's what Ashwavati means. You are given, you are endowed with wonderful tools. Sharira Manas, which is far, far better than the tool given to any other creature. The tool given to any other creature has got its own limited application to take care of its basic instincts and requirements. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna, over. But the structure given to us, the tool given to us is more versatile, is more capable of doing things beyond the basic instincts of Nidra, Ahara, Bhaya, Maithuna. That's its capacity. So use it to wade over, to swim through the life. To get stuck in this life and to get affected by it is very difficult, and that is hardship. But if you are able to swim over, swim across, wade across, yes, you are crossing this ocean of this mundane life so smoothly and easily. Whatever be the depth of that ocean, you are not bothered about because you are just swimming over. Depth is immaterial now. But if you don't know swimming, you are in trouble. Even if it is shallow, even then you are in trouble because you don't know swimming. You are afraid of it. If you know swimming, depth is immaterial. If it's a small lake, or it's a swimming pool, or it's a big ocean, you are not bothered about because you are able to swim. That's a very important thing. So learn this swimming of crossing over this ocean and do it well. Pratara, pra is well, do it well. And for that, you have to put your efforts. You have to use this tool to the best extent possible. That's the Sharira Indriya Manas. Use them, swim well, cross across. Over. The simple rule what they give. And all this you have to do consciously. You have to do with all alertness. You have to do with all diligence. Committed. It's not just like doing it automatically. You do it, it will happen automatically. No, it will not. We have to participate in it wholeheartedly and achieve it. Ashwavati. Ashwavati means by employing all your faculties well, mainly Sharira Indriya Manas. Employ them well, use them well, and pratara, swim across wonderfully well. Ashwavati, pratara. So during this process, elsewhere it is said, it is not an easy go always. You would have your ups and downs. You have got your problems and you have got your comfortable zones. Everything is there. Fine, you accept it. That is reality. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, that is reality. Accept it. So whenever it is an up, enjoy it. Whenever it is down also, enjoy it. How it says, prapreinka inkayavahai. It's just like a swing. You enjoy it in the swing. It goes up, you enjoy it. It comes down and again goes up, comes down and again goes up. Enjoy that swinging. In the same way, enjoy life also. Here also we have got these swings, these ups and downs. But all that you have to do with your conscious, deliberate, diligent, alert effort. And your participation is very much necessary. Don't say somebody will come and help you. Don't say somebody will, a Mahatma will come and save us. No, it won't happen. If at all you want to save yourself, you have to become your own Mahatma. That's the best thing. Don't wait for XYZ. XYZ may guide you, may help you. That's a different issue. But even then, it is only the guidance they give, but the travel, you have to do it. They show the direction. Okay, they say this is the route. If you go in this route, this is the goal, what you reach. Fine, that is a guide. But who has to travel? Not the guide. I have to travel personally and reach the goal. And for that, I require a tool, and that tool is given. Make the best use of it. Ashwavati pratara. With the help of your tools and make the best use of it, you cross over, you tide over. Ashwavati pratara. That is the right way of moving over, swimming and wading. Tataha param. Next one. Tataha param. Na atipashyami. Tataha param na atipashyami kinchana. Tatah param nati pashyami kinchana. Tatah param nati pashyami kinchana. Atharva 18:2-32. 18:2-32. Now this is revealing to us one great fact. We have been discussing about the three entities, Sat, Satchit and Satchidananda. Sat is inert, lifeless, without consciousness. Satchit is one which exists and is aware of its existence, is conscious, but all its capacities are limited. It's not omnipotent, it's not omnipresent, it's not omniscient. And we got Satchidananda, which is an entity which is one and only one, which is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Only one. Sat or many, depending upon the proportion of the Panchabhutas. Satchit or many, depending upon their imprints, samskaras. Depending upon their samskaras, they are different. The proportion of their samskaras, the quality of their samskaras. Whereas, when it comes to Satchidananda, it is one and only one. And it has got infinite knowledge, it is omnipresent, and infinite strength in it. omnipotent. And it is one and only one. There is no second Satchidananda. There is only one. And there is no entity which is beyond Satchidananda, which is superior to Satchidananda. No. We have got only three entities, Sat, Satchit, Satchidananda. Over. There is nothing beyond Satchidananda. That's the ultimate. And because it is omniscient, the guidance given by it is the best. Its creation is the best. Its rules and regulations are the best. Because it's omniscient. It's not just like what we human beings do with the help of our limited capacity of our brain power. It is omniscient. So whatever it has done, whatever it has created, it is all excellent and super. No comparison. I cannot compare it to anything. Forget about being equal to it. We cannot have something beyond it. No, that's the ultimate. That's what exactly is being told here. Tatah param, beyond that Satchidananda, na atipashyami kinchana. I can find nothing which is superior to this Satchidananda. That is ultimate. Creation of this material world by it is ultimate. Knowledge given by it is ultimate. Guidance given by it is ultimate. There is nothing equal to it. Forget about something being superior to it. Tat samam nasti. There is nothing equal to that Satchidananda. That is unique and one. Atyadhika kim. Can there be something beyond that? No. Tatha param na atipashyami. I am not able to see anything better than this. That's ultimate. This is what exactly Arjuna says to Krishna. When it comes to Satchidananda, I don't find an equal to it. Forget about something superior to it. I'm not able to find something which is equal to it. Nothing can equal this. That is Satchidananda. One and only entity. It's one. There's nothing equal to it, and forget about something being superior to it. Tatha param. Something beyond that. Na atipashyami. I'm not able to see. Kinchana, anything, any power, any energy which is beyond that, I'm not able to see. That's ultimate. Among these three entities, there is a superior one. Sat, Sachi, Sacha. That's the end of it. And it is one and only one. And the Sat, Chit and Sat, they are under the control of that Satchidananda. They are not independent. Satchit is a bit independent. Because it's not created by Satchidananda. It is an entity by itself. So it has got a limited freedom. Sat is totally inert. Whatever Satchit does on it, it surrenders to it. Whatever Satchidananda does, it obeys it. According to the physical laws. That is Sat. Sat is controlled by Satchit and Satchidananda. Satchit is controlled by Satchidananda, and Satchidananda is his superior, and there's nothing beyond it which can control it, which can manage it. Tatah param na ati pashyami. Ati means crossing it, over and above it. Na ati pashyami. Kinchana, nothing. I'm not able to find anything which is beyond that. That's ultimate. Tatah param na ati pashyami kinchana. Atharva, it is 18 to 32. 18 to 32. So now understand that this is ultimate. And there are many other qualities also for this ultimate thing. That also we have discussed several times. We shall just rush through it. All the guidance and this whole world is for all such hits. It never discriminates. Is universal in nature. It applies to all human beings, at all places, at all times. Nobody can say this Vedic guidance is for only these people, under these conditions. No. Unconditional. It's open for all. That's what we have been discussing. Vedas are for all. It is not restricted. There's no condition. Anybody who wants it can take it and improve the quality of their life. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. And the guidelines given are so wonderful that it is for all, at all places and at all times. It's not affected by time. Anytime it holds good. You do it today, it holds good. You do it tomorrow, it holds good. You do it day after tomorrow, it holds good. Its validity is eternal. It has no expiry date. It's open for all. There is no distinction or discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, race, nationality, gender, age, nothing. Such universality you find only in Vedas and nowhere else. So we say this is ultimate. And who is the one who has given all these guidelines? It is that Param, the one which is the best, that is Satchanda, which is omniscient. It's not a creation of the human brain. Of course, not the creation of any other creature, because they don't have that brain power at all. It's just instinctive and mechanical. It's not a product of the human brain. It's a product of that great omniscient power, which is the third and the final entity. Beyond that, there is nothing. I cannot find a guideline which is better than this. It's not to be believed. It's not to be believed. We can experiment, we can check it, we can test it, and finally convince ourselves, yes, this is the best. I cannot find something better than this. Then I will be very clear that this is ultimate and this is the maximum we can get, the best we can get, and there is beyond, there is nothing in it. Na atipashyami kinchana. I'm not able to see anything better than this. You can compare anything with this. And finally, you find this has got more dimensions, more depth than anything that we can find elsewhere. Not to be believed, to be checked and to be experimented, to be analyzed, and finally get convinced. It's open for all. The guidelines here are so wonderful and ultimate that you cannot find something better than this. That's what it says. Na atipashyami. I'm not able to say something better than this. Anything, kinchana. Not even a your time able to find something better than this. This is ultimate. This is the best. Tadah param. Beyond that. Na atipashyami. I'm not able to say. It may be rules regarding this life. It may be rules regarding this material world. It may be rules regarding the psychological things, what goes on. It may be the rules related to the spiritual things. That's ultimate. There's nothing beyond that. There's nothing better than that. It's a perfect guidance. It's a perfect creation. Yes, this you find. Study the world. Just take the physical world. Forget about the psychological and spiritual thing. Just take the physical world. It is so organized and so wonderful. We also create using the Sat robots. But is it possible for us to instill in it the emotions, the thinking? No, we have been trying it. We are working on artificial intelligence. We are trying to fill in it emotions. But whatever we do, still it is far, far, far inferior to these natural human beings who are created with all thinking faculties and other things. No robot can equal a human being. Even if you find the best robot, it's a human brain which has created that robot. So there also the superiority of the human brain continues. It is the physical level I'm speaking of. Then thinking another thing, it's a very, very complex process which a human brain can tackle so easily when a child can do it. But to get a robot do that even small task, it is a very, very tough work. We have to analyze logically, program it and do it. And somewhere if one gap is there, the whole robot starts misbehaving. Because that point we have not taken care of. We have to debug it again and again and see that it works fine. But if something new happens, the whole robot fails to tackle it because it doesn't have that capacity to tackle, to think, to analyze. Whatever is fed into it, it can look into it. But something new, no. It doesn't have the neurons as we have. And the neurons, what is there in our brains, it can branch out depending upon the situation. It can create new circuits to tackle a problem. But a robot cannot. It has got its own limitation. Of course, it is faster. Of course, its memory is larger. But still, it cannot think. That thinking is something peculiar to the human brain. So when you consider all these things, yes, we find that the physical world, the psychological, the spiritual world, what we have got, they are all so well organized and it has no equal. Forget about something being superior to it. No. Nothing is superior than this. Tatah param nati pashyami kinchana. Jiveshu bhadram tanmayi. Jiveshu bhadram tanmayi. Atharva 18:252. 18:252. Jiveshu bhadram tanmayi. Jiveshu, creatures, Sachit. Bhadram, Bhadi Kalyani. All that is welfare giving be instilled in me. Mai Jiveshu Tat Bhadram. Whatever is there in this Jiva, that is Sharir Indriya Manas, in particular the human, because all other creatures, they just live on instincts that we have been discussing again and again. We as human beings, we are capable of thinking and analyzing and doing it. Manushya Kasmat, Matva Karmani Sivyati. That is the explanation what Yaska gives. I have discussed several times. Why a man, why a Manava is called as a Manava, why a Manushya is called as a Manushya. It says because the whole word Manava, Manushya comes from the root Manajnane, and because it's a thinking animal, analyzing animal, so it is called as Manushya. That analysis is done only with the help of that Jnana, that thinking faculty, that logical analysis. By doing that logical analysis, the person works. So it's called as a Manushya. So this is a peculiar creature. The soul, of course, is the same. It gets such a wonderful tool in the form of a human structure, human Sharir Indriya Manas. And let that be in me, let that be Bhadram, welfare giving. Tat Mayi, Bhadram. Jiveshu. So among all the creatures, human being is the ultimate, is the best for Sachit, and let it be welfare giving in me. Tat, let that be welfare giving in me. Once again, it will not happen automatically. Don't happen automatically. We have to understand and make the best use of it. Whatever Sharir Indriya Manas as a human being is given to us, we have to employ it. And then we get the results. It becomes welfare giving. If I don't employ it, if I don't use it properly, still I am in problems. So I'm with problems with the best tool available. That's the sorry aspect of it. Having this best tool, we should have got a better result. Yes, that we can do when we understand its value. Bhadram Tanmai. Let it be welfare giving. It has got the potential to give welfare to us, the soul. So if you understand it, yes, in Jiveshu means in all these living creatures, in particular the human beings, let that, Tat Mai Bhadram, let be welfare giving in me. We are entitled to welfare. We are entitled to bliss and peace. We are entitled, we have got a right. But we have to exercise it diligently. That's the point. It won't shower on us on its own. It won't. We have to work for it. Yes, we have got the potential to work for it. And yes, we are able to get it. Bhadram Tanmai. Jiveshu Bhadram Tanmai. Whatever we have got, if we make the proper use of it, yes, it is welfare giving in us to get it. And who is the one who enjoys this welfare? It is very clear. It is not Sharir Indriya Manas. It is only a tool. It is Jada. The soul in it is capable of experiencing that peace and bliss, that welfare. And welfare is experienced by that soul, which is in this best tool. That is human Sharir Indriya Manas. So all things fall in place. No confusion at all. It is we who experience bliss. It is we who experience peace. It is we who experience welfare. Who is that we? Not the Sharir Indriya Manas. It is the one, that consciousness which resides in the Sharir Indriya Manas. That is we. Yes, that it experiences. But to experience it, it has to gain its strength and purity. How it gains? Only by working for it. To work for it and gain it, yes, it needs the Sharir Indriya Manas. Sharir Indriya Manas is a tool. By using the Sharir Indriya Manas, in particular the human structure, which is very versatile and capable, has got so much of potential. So by using it, the soul gets its strength, the soul gets its purity, and that pure and strong soul experiences bliss, experiences that Bhadram, that peace of mind and happiness. So this is a process. So when you understand the process and which are all the participating elements in it, yes, it will be very clear for us. We will not get lost. We take the path rightly, we give the due importance to whatever is there. Sharira has got its own importance, Indriya Manas has got its own importance and role, and that welfare giving and peace experiencing, okay, that's at a different level. A balance we can find out between all these things. So it says, Jiveshu Bhadram Tanmayi. Let us experience that peace and bliss and that welfare giving factors through this human body, through this human Sharir Indriya Manas, and let it happen in me. And I will work for it. Okay, there are many such guidelines what we have got. We shall discuss many more in the coming classes. Thank you all.